Um, the difference between Himalayan and Nemophilist is pretty much the amount of work that I would put into each individual track as opposed to an album as a whole. Being with Himalayan and stuff, I didn't really know what I was doing. I had no idea, and also I was using more primitive software, which I guess you could say it's either a good thing or a bad thing, you know. But it was a lot more primitive, and I didn't really have any like end result for that project. Like there was no like something I was trying to hint at, or anything that like I wasn't building to anything. Whereas with Nemophilist, I feel like I'm building towards something. Yeah, I feel like I'm building towards something, whereas before, not really. Yeah. The reason why I left Himalayan behind is because this is gonna sound weird, but, well, not really, but I was listening to Burzum, Dark Throne, Gorgroth, Dimmu Borgir, Stormblast. Thank you. But I was listening to those bands, and then I got into the more like obscure side of it, and it became harder and harder to find music by these bands, and it, like, you know, like you get into like Bear and shit like that, which like isn't even black metal at all. It's like death metal by what they say. But I find as your music taste gets more obscure, your project needs to mature. So I left Himalayan behind because I was maturing in my own musical tastes, and I just had to get rid of it. It wasn't going anywhere, so I got rid of it. I got the name Forest Wanderer from the actual definition of Nemophilist, of course. It's a hunter of the woods, one who loves nature, you know. And I related with that, you know, a forest wanderer, a hunter of the woods, someone who loves nature. And I felt that embodied black metal, you know, that aspect of black metal. Not the more like extreme side of things, but I felt like it embodied the sound of, when you think of black metal, it's, you want to be alone, you want the solitude of the forest wanderer. It just made sense to me, I guess. I don't know. Because I suck at guitar? I can play guitar, yeah, but is it something that I'm going to want to listen to? Once a year. But it's not something that's going to stand out to someone as a song that represents being in the forest, being alone in nature. The guitar sound just had to go, because it didn't represent what I meant by the project Nemophilist. It just didn't make any sense to me. You know, to have like heavy, distorted guitar when you're out there in the woods walking by yourself, and all you want to hear is birds chirping, etc. That sounds kind of gay, I know. That actually sounds really lame. Whatever, fuck it. You just want to hear what nature produces. You don't want to hear fucking heavy, distorted guitar, and like, you know, and to some people, the guitar, when it comes to like black metal guitar, the guitar represents the forest, or it represents one aspect of the forest, but for me it just didn't do it. So like I just had to, you know, I'm proud of the old stuff, like, you know, Aphelion and stuff like that. I definitely meant that music when I was making it. I loved it. You know, I really meant it. But I had to get rid of it because it wasn't where the project was going. It was where it was at the time, but it was definitely not where it was going. So I got rid of it. Oh yeah, I started Acorn to Great Oak because it's kind of like a it's like a message. So every foot that Carbonear gets built into the forest that surrounds it, every inch that it grows, that's the sound that I'm going for. And I like the acorn to great oak, like, you know, the root to what it's going to become, the great oak. You know, it's basically a message of growth of a small town. And yeah, my part in that is that I just watched it all from beginning to maybe the end. You know, I watched it all. I watched it grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. You know, that's what the whole thing is. And also it's a good outlet to get that guitar side out. You know, because if you listen to something, I mean, you know, you wanna get back on the guitar again. You do. Like, you miss it, you know. So it was a way to get that out, but it's also a message about, like, you know, where I'm from. I'm Carbonear. Very proud of where I'm from, and I think that the town itself has bloomed so much in a relatively short period of time, and not to my knowledge, there's no project out there that makes music about it. So more to come. Yeah, definitely got some ideas. I find that Nemophilist is very it's very seasonal. That project itself is really seasonal. Say I'll do something when winter starts to come on. First snowfall is like, that's when you'll get the 15-minute long drone songs, you know, stuff like that. It's just so, yeah. I do, like, I have ideas, but I know that it takes the right circumstance to bring those ideas out and make me do them. You know, so it's like I'm an engine for it. You know, it takes something else to get me to go, alright, it's time to do that. You know, so if we were to have a snowstorm, I don't know when you're watching this, but this is May 3rd or something right now, May 2nd, May 3rd. So if we have a snowstorm next week, I know a lot of people would say, oh, but it's cold. That's cold. I fucking hate snow. So I'll probably get back on the keys again. No. Well, depends. Depends who I open for. Because I'm not going to do a show. Depends who I open for. But besides that, to quote Varg. No. No. If I got a good photo that I really like, usually when I'm taking a photograph, if it corresponds to the music, like if I have like one track done for an album or whatever, I'll be taking a photograph and I'll go, oh my god, that's it. Like for the most recent one, Haunter. I was taken on a Hasselblad, a 1970s Hasselblad, and I was driving in over the Trans-Canada Highway with my girlfriend, and she had the Hasselblad there, and I said, I'm gonna hop out on the it was really foggy, and I said, I'm gonna hop out on the highway and just get in the middle of the road and take a picture. And that was all well and good, but when I hopped out, I tried to frame it up, and I was thinking of the music that I was making, and I tried to frame it up and I couldn't do it. Like I couldn't get the frame right. So what I did was I waited until there was a car coming towards me and there was an element of danger. So she's looking at me like she wants to murder me, but I run out into the middle of the road with this car coming at me, and I snapped this picture on this Hasselblad camera. I've hardly ever used the thing before. You can't see what photo you're taking. It's not like now where you have a fucking LCD screen or anything. You can look down through the viewfinder, but yeah, there was that element of danger that made me want to get that photo. And I got the photo, the car zoomed by, and I got back in my car and got scolded deeply. But yeah, it's just I usually take the photo while making the album. Like I'll have 1 or 2 tracks done or something, or I'll have like some mixes done or something, and I'll have a sound that I'm trying to go for, and I'm just out shooting photos anyway, so I get like I get a photo and I'm like, that's it, that's the one right there, perfect. Oh, yeah, Acorn or Great Oak is gonna more than likely it's gonna escalate. The music videos are gonna get more and more in-depth as the time goes on. It's just I'm not exactly in the position right now where I can record drums and I can do all that type of stuff, you know what I mean? So, like with the album art, like the videos come from when I got a bit of the music done and I just say, oh my god, that's gonna be the music video, you know. But yeah, Nemophilist music videos are a lot easier, and well, they both mean a lot, like they both, but yeah, yes. There are more videos coming. I'm sick of people thinking that colorful images and crisp focuses and all that stuff is what makes a photograph or what makes a video or what makes a, you know, pretty much. I think that the color correction, the crisp colors, the bright, vibrant colors, and the perfect focus and everything, people are just doing what they're told to do. They're doing exactly what everyone wants them to do, what everyone wants to see. You know. But it's fun to do stuff like completely out of focus, black and white. As I say it, black and white and grainy as hell. Yeah, there's art to that too, you know? And not to sound like a fucking idiot, but there's art to that too, you know? I'm just really sick of like color corrected images. But there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it looks great. Sure, but it's just not my style, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. Fuck it. In all honesty, I'll just have to quote Tourette's guy on that. I'll elaborate, but that just means they like what I like. You know? But no, it's good. It's fucking good, actually. And like it's nice to see extreme music come from an extremely hard fucking place to live. You know, because let's be honest, it's not easy to live here. You know, it's not like it's yeah, you got your apartment and you got your job, like you work all the time and stuff like that. But when you really think about it, it's not like you're when you get off work, you're gonna throw on your fucking flip-flops and go out to the beach. It's fucking January. If you stay outside too long, you'll die. You know, like so. And yeah, there's like all Canada's like that and everything, but like Newfoundland especially, there's something about Newfoundland that separates it from Canada, and I'm not talking just about it being an island and shit. Like, there's something different about living here. I don't know what it is, but it's great to see like the real like cold music coming out. Like, I'm not too up on the scene, honestly, but like, you know, love Winter Hearth, love Dark Era, love Bone Alley, like, killing it. It's just cold, you know, like, even now, for fuck's sake, it's May 3rd, or 2nd, not sure, but it's fucking freezing. So cold. We might have a snowstorm next week. And like I said before, it might be, a lot of people would be like, yeah, cold. That's super cold with a capital K. But I fucking hate it. I think it's fucking garbage. I apologize. No. No. Yes, I actually go into the woods. Built in a nook shook or two. Many campfires. Yes, I actually go into the woods. I don't just make music about this fucking shit. I actually do it as well. You know?